going on, everybody? We got a 2023 Land Rover Discovery P300. Check out a sneak peek. If you want to tailgate, you got that option by the press of a button. Check out the interior with that charcoal oak veneer inlays with the black leather coming together with that 11.4-inch PV Pro system. Now let's go ahead and show you guys that full review. Now today's review is all about Land Rover Discovery and the 2023 P100, of course, 4-cylinder model. We're gonna be talking about the exterior, interior, and some specs about this exact car. And what do we see? Our dynamic package and cold weather package and all that good stuff. But before we do, it is not a sponsor video. So if you guys do like our content, please like the video, subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out and we appreciate the support. If you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us so we could talk details later. And a special shout out at Nulo, Jaguar Land Rover here in Rockland, California for providing us this car for this review. Now, stay tuned. We're gonna be dropping that MSRP sticker and the price tag to this exact car so you guys get an idea of what you guys are looking at and the price tag. Now let's go ahead and fully start this review. So now let's kick off this full review about the 2023 Land Rover Discovery. And right off the bat, we're gonna be talking about this engine. Now, of course, it is Land Rover and Ingenium on that cover. As you see, this comes a 2.0 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, 296 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission with electric power assisted steering. MPG on this exact car is 19 city, 22 highway, and a 21 combined. For anybody who wants to know, you get up to 6,800 pounds of towing capacity. Now let's shut this hood and talk exterior. And right off the bat, what do we get? The Santorini black exterior color, if anybody wants to know what the name of the color is. And beautiful design on those newer headlight look with the automatic high beam assist, full LED. Loving that design in the shape of that the curves on this front end. You got the heated washers. Because this car has the cold weather package, it comes heated headlight washers with a heated windshield and your heated windshield nozzles. You get that. Full bumper sensors across, being the rdynamic trim. You get a full sportier look on that lower bumper cover. Camera integrated in that. Very cool, because a lot of times manufacturers will put their cameras in their grills, but this is right there in the middle of that lower bumper cover. rdynamic stamp there. And I'm just wanting you guys to kind of stop, breathe a little bit, and get a load of these new looks coming in from Land Rover. Just beautiful. Can't get enough of it. Looking at the side, what do we have? 21 inches. They're running Pirelli's Scorpions Zeros on these tires themselves. Black gloss rim. Very beautiful look on that. It's got like a 5-split spoke, but this is an air ride suspension. Discovery on the back side of the fender. And one thing I want you guys to notice is the simplicity that Land Rover puts on the exterior of this car along with the inside. And what do I mean by that? Look how nice that the old moldings used to kind of protrude or pop out, but these actually kind of give it nice slick going along with the body, giving it more of a minimalist look on the exterior. Loving that look, okay? I'm saying I'm loving that look because I'm just in love with this car. So sorry if I'm saying it too much. Camera integrated with lighting integrated into the side mirror. They do come heated blind spot assist along with automatic foldable side mirrors when you lock the car. Keyless fob entry. And get a load of this lower rocker panel area where I want you guys to pay attention also. Loving how this drop comes down and curves into the lower side of the car, giving it a cleaner look, okay? Now, remember, cleaner look. Land Rover is doing it for that windshield or the windows, sorry, from the front over to the back, again, because like they want to kind of give it that like one-piece look. Over to the rear end, lights integrated to the quarter panel that come all the way back to that electric automatic tailgate. Discovery and Land Rover stamp. Now coming over to the bottom side of this rear end, bumper sensors integrated into that bumper, okay, with those parking reflectors and backup lights. One thing I want you guys also to pay attention to is the newly designed, refreshed lighting on these cars, the LEDs and the character along with the artwork that they put, and it just comes so well together with the look of the car. That's one thing that I find very phenomenal about these cars. On the towing capacity, remember I told you guys up to about 6,800 pounds of towing capacity. Up top, integrated brake. All right, you get the windshield the rear windshield or back window wiper with the spoiler and the roof rails on top. Let's go ahead and open this tailgate and show you guys a little bit about the trunk space and the third row seating. Now, right off the bat, we have this kind of wall here, and what is this kind of keeps things from falling out, things of that sort. Also tailgating, if you find yourself wanting to tailgate or something, you're using the car for camping or whatnot, and you get the third row seatings. But over here, this is where the important stuff is going on onto the back side of this Land Rover Discovery, is because you can control second row seats and third row seats from this panel here. Let's go ahead and pop these seats up. Automatic. And want you guys to know something is you don't have to hold those buttons down for these seats to come up. You can literally click them and then they prop up, okay? And then you got to pick these up. You could also close this. Also, you could drop all four. You could drop both rows by one button here. And you can increase and decrease the level or the height of the car from a button back here. Check this out. We're dropping it. This is the ground clearance, minimizing, and then we're gonna increase, and we're gonna increase the ground clearance on the car. Very cool. This comes in handy if you're off-roading with the car and you got big boulders and things of that sort. Okay, you got some hooks from if you want to grocery get or take out or things of that sort, you can hook that up, and a 12-volt outlet. Let's go ahead and bring this piece back up and shut this. Very cool look. Now, we've pretty much showed you the exterior and talked about the trunk space. Now let's go ahead and talk interior. Now coming to the front side of this interior, rdynamic right off the bat we see on that door sill plate, okay? Letting you know that because it's an rdynamic, we're gonna be seeing different looks on the leather and all that good stuff with the door sill plates. Let's go ahead and step inside and turn on the car for the sake of the video. And loving that 11.4 inch infotainment PV Pro system that Land Rover puts in their cars now. Beautiful look. I'm just loving how it kind of comes together with the dashboard, okay? Now let's go ahead and turn down the vent. So stop, breathe in the new look, the refreshed look, clean, minimalist, phenomenal kind of bougie rich feel on the interior side of this Discovery. And starting off with the door panel, you still got that control unit up here on the Discovery for your side mirrors along with your windows. Right under that is the Meridian sound system tweeters and speakers that you get inside this car, premium sound. And then you have up to 3 settings for the memory on your driver seat, everybody. Handles right here with some more pocket room and cup holders on the lower side of the door panel. On the left-hand side of the electrical steering column, you get the button just for your tailgate lift and your your dimmable button features for the front dash. Like mentioned, steering column is electrical, heated steering wheel with that kind of metallic silver look, leather wrapped, and then you have your control units for that front cluster. Now, that cluster is kind of like partially manual tachometers with that middle digital screen, and you can go through your different info cards on that. Let's go ahead and show you guys. We're gonna go ahead and click, and then you can go through different info cards and mess with your heads-up display, what your vehicle doing, your media, and all that good stuff. Now, for the sake of the video, we're not gonna go through all that, but if you do happen to come over to Nilo Land Rover here in Rockland, California, they have guys that'll sit down and actually show you guys through your car. Heads-up display up top. Now, the windshield does come heated, like I mentioned, and I don't know if you could see that in the video, but they have like little squiggly lines going through the whole windshield. Now, I could only imagine how much that would cost if you get like a rock chip or it breaking or something or cracking. Goodness, probably an arm and a leg. Loving the look with the cuts and kind of the straight edges on the dashboard wrapped in that leather. start and stop engine buttons, 11.4 infotainment PV Pro system as mentioned. Now let's go ahead and show you guys now. We're not gonna show you too much, but we're gonna show you a little bit. You got the cameras, you got full 360 bird's eye view. Go back home. Then we go to full navigation. I always like to show the full screen navigation because I'm a big fan of how the navigation looks on a full screen. And then you can control your climate from here and your seats and all that good stuff with your touch sensitive PV Pro system, but you could also control temperature, climates, seats, and things like that sort right under here. Now, I love the fact that they maximize these knobs. And what do I mean by maximizing these knobs? Is they have multiple features. So if I go ahead and push, I can control my heated seats or my ventilated seats. And then if I pull, I can control my vent airflow, okay? And in the middle, you got your controls for auto and syncing and defrosting and all that good stuff. But check this out. If you need some more pocket space or cubby room, open that up and very cool. So if you're trying to hide something, put it in there, your kids will never know about it. Let's go ahead and close that. Right under that, wireless charging pad, 12 volt plug-in outlet with some more little area for some storage. Go ahead and open this. Cup holders, very nice and wide cup holders. As you know, us Americans, we love our drinks with us. Shift knob and your media button to control turning off and on your media. Shift knob kind of wrapped in that nice suede feel. Knob here for going through modes, and you'd press that down and you could go, check that out, that comes up and you could go from eco to grass, gravel, mud ruts, sand, and then you got wade. Let's go ahead and go back. And as you're switching through the modes, you will feel the car itself adapting to the mode that you choose. It does have a hill decline assist option, so take that into consideration. And show you guys the first row, the first level of that center console. Let's go ahead and shut that and show you the inside of that cubby room. Very nice and deep cubby room, so you can fit a lot of belongings, USB-C, USB-A plugins right here. Super cool. Armrest. And about the seats, okay? Heading over to the seats, perforated look with that black stitching along with that kind of gray stitching around. Sporty but luxurious. I will say they are pretty comfortable seats. The heated seats do work well and they are ventilated as well. The bolsters giving you that kind of sportier look. The driver's seat itself is 20-way adjustable driver seating. Very cool, and a lot of options to adjust depending on how you like your seat. In front, you have one glove compartment, and then you have a second glove compartment up top. Very cool. Up top here, you got rear view mirror with your rain sensor system, and then your dual glass sunroof system, and you can open the visors and close the visors. In the back, if you could see that. And they go both opposite ways. And we could also open the tilt and slide option on this front glass. But one thing I love that Land Rover did is give the back row seating that same feel of getting kind of connected with the outside world as you're driving, increasing the experience of your drive inside their cars. Now we're pretty much done talking about the front row seating. Let's go ahead and talk second and third row seating in this car. So continuing on with the second row seating, and right off the bat, I want to pull you guys' attention to that Land Rover does not simplify their second row seats. And what do I mean by that? They keep that same look on the perforated leather and the stitching, that full premium feel on the second row and the third row seating. Now, right off the bat, does come car seat compatible. In front of that second row, you get your pocket room. On the rear side of those front seats, you get your USB-A plugins right here, and a little flap to add on things like hangers and stuff like that for their little like trinkets that they sell with their cars, accessories. In front of the middle seating on that second row, you get your climate controls, dual climate controls in the back, so making it a quad climate control car. Again, they maximize those knobs for pushing heated and ventilated seats on the second row seating. That is awesome option to have. And then if you pull, you control that vent with, of course, your airflow area, which way you'd like it to go. Under that, you get a 12-volt outlet plug-in, and pretty much that's it, with little pockets for other accessories that you'd like to add. Now, armrest, cup holders, simple, straight to the point. Up top, you get your lightings and your vents with your shiznit handles right over. Let's go ahead and do a space test. Now, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches for anybody who'd like to know. And we're pretty much straight up on the angle, and I'm getting a whole lot of head clearance with leg clearance. But you could also drop, these are automatic controlled or electric controlled, and you could drop the angle on these seats from the sides of this bench. And that gives you even more clearance with beautiful premium lighting coming in through that back glass. Let's get out and head over to the back side. We're gonna slide this forward, and then we're gonna press these buttons here over by the headrest. We're gonna jump inside the back. Now, one thing I will mention is the fact that we would love to see a bunny hop forward for these seats. Let's go ahead and click that button. Now, being in the back seat, what would you guys like to know is the comfort and the feel. I'm gonna drop that seat back. Now, of course, I moved that bench forward, so you're cutting out of the legroom in the front. But if you were to move that bench back, you would be taken out. So it'd be kind of a little bit of squeezing or squished back here, all right, for the 2 seats on the back side. You'd be putting in probably the smaller people in the car back here, like the small kiddos that aren't so focused on comfortability, all right? On the right and the left-hand side, you get heated seats on the 3rd row seating. That is a great option that we do not see a lot of manufacturers doing, but we do see people coming into, or manufacturers coming and dropping heated seats 2nd and 3rd rows in the near future. Vents up on the C-pillars with your premium lighting, and of course, your little hooks for your hangers. Now, as promised, everybody, we're gonna drop that MSRP sticker and the price tag. So here you go, so you guys get an idea of the exact packages that come with this car and the price tag on top of this car. We appreciate your guys' support here at Vagabond Builds. Keep watching, we have more cool things coming.